top story tonight, Norfolk Southern train derailment causes environmental disaster in East Palestine, Ohio. On February 3rd, 38 rail cars overturned after the overheating of an axle on the train. Sources said this would have been a preventable accident had better safety precautions been implemented. Over 10 rail cars storing hazardous materials, with the main chemical being vinyl chloride, spilled. This chemical is extremely flammable and potentially explosive, leaving residents wondering about safety and environmental impact. We will now go to our reporter, Courtney, who is currently on the site of the derailment. How's it looking out there, Courtney?
Well, Hannah, there's a plume of dark smoke rising over the city. This is due to the purposeful detonation of vinyl chloride. Initial testing from the Environmental Protection Agency suggests the air is safe to breathe and the municipal water is safe to drink. Most residents evacuated immediately following the derailment on February 3rd, and on February 8th, they were given clearance to return. Even still, residents are wary and have complained of a potent chemical odor in the air similar to that of turpentine or bleach, and there have been reports of dead pets and foxes. And the birds and feral cats residents regularly feed have reportedly disappeared. There is a chemical sheen coating parts of the creek that runs through town, and dead fish have been found throughout local waterways. Residents want answers as to what is going on and compensation. So with that, I turn it back to you, Hannah.
Thank you, Courtney, for that report. I'm here with Hannah Gregory, environmental scientist, discussing the impact the recent derailment had on the environment in East Palestine. So, Hannah, why was a controlled burn used in this case?
Well, Hannah, I want to thank you for having me on the show today. So, of the 38 rail cars that derailed, 11 of them contain hazardous chemicals. These chemicals include vinyl chloride, butyl acrylate, ethyl hexyl acrylate, and ethylene glycol monobutyl ether. The main concern is with vinyl chloride. Although it is used in PVC pipe and other plastic products, it is also a known human carcinogen. The derailment caused a fire in some of the cars, which could have led to an unexpected explosion. A controlled burn, although released products such as phosgene and hydrogen chloride into the air, allowed for the gradual release of these products instead of an explosion that could have had a lasting impact on the city.
Thank you, Hannah. So, what has been the current impact on the town since the burn of these chemicals?
Well, Hannah, many residents have been complaining about having symptoms including skin and eye irritation, trouble breathing, and rashes. Many people have also reported experiencing headaches and nausea as soon as they step on site. Through water testing, increased amounts of butyl acrylate have been found in Little Beaver Creek and Ohio River. Traces of these chemicals have been reported as far as West Virginia. Although many officials say the residents are safe as of now, many are worried about the long-term health effects this can have. Byproducts of the burn can cause cancer, reproductive harm, or even death if prolonged exposure occurs. Many residents have been advised to buy bottled drinking water to prevent exposure to anything that could still be in the groundwater. Although the burn helped control where these chemicals released, the question still remains on the lasting impact that the burn will have on this community.
Okay, well, what about the other environmental factors that might be impacted by this event?
Yes, so we know from previous hazardous events that vinyl chloride can impact soil health. Microbes in topsoil can help break down any vinyl chloride within the soil, but if it reaches further than that, then it can stay in subsoil layers for decades at least. There have also been an estimated 3,500 fish that have died since the derailment. Like previously mentioned, the burning of vinyl chloride produces hydrogen chloride and phosgene, which was used as a weapon in World War I. If exposed in large amounts, hydrogen chloride can cause the corrosion of mucous membranes. The presence of hydrogen chloride in the atmosphere can cause acid rain, which would cause a whole other set of problems for this community. Dioxins have also been released from the burn, which prolonged exposure can cause cancer in plants and animals. Dioxin can also attach to soot particles and travel far distances, which could affect water reservoirs and soil in other locations. Although we will have to wait to discover the long-term impact of this chemical release, many problems have already occurred.
Hannah, thank you so much for taking time out to speak with us today about the environmental impact of the event. Did you have anything else that you wanted to add about this? Any words of wisdom for the people in East Palestine?
Yeah, I mean, just take it easy, be safe, and yeah.
Drink those bottled waters.
Yes.
We will now go to Elise with the weather.
Thank you, Hannah. Today's weather crisis involves acid rain. The Ohio train derailment caused emissions of sulfur dioxide and nitrogen oxides, which causes the acid rain. The wind carried these pollutants after they spilled off of the train, And this is a horrible situation for the farmers in this area because the acid rain can cause decomposition of landscapes and ruin the natural pH of water and also harm the natural wildlife that lives in this area. This can affect the amount of food that's being grown and distributed, and it also can affect the farmers' living. We need to hope that this situation can be resolved. Back to you, Hannah.
Thank you, Elise, for that insightful weather report. Thank you for tuning in to CHEM4. And stay tuned this evening as programming includes Grandma Wrestling, how to make napalm in your backyard, and Are You Smarter Than Todd Milsna?